Station Meridian 9 has regulations for everything: airflow, crowd control, water rationing, emergency lighting, even acceptable levels of public crying, which, if you're wondering, humans violate daily and then apologize like it's a hobby. But there's one thing the station has never managed to regulate: the coffee line. It starts at the kiosk in Concourse C, coils around a vending alcove, crosses a walking lane like it's claiming territory, and then keeps going, like the people at the end are applying for citizenship in a nation called Bean. I'm posted here as Concourse liaison, which means I'm supposed to help arrivals find their gates, solve small disputes, and prevent minor cultural incidents. Today's cultural incident is brown. Humans pass in a steady stream: uniforms, tool belts, sleepless eyes, shoulders drawn tight like the station itself weighs something. Every one of them aimed at the same thing: a paper cup, a sip, and the soft exhale that says their soul finally logged back into their body. I step aside with my tablet, tail curled neatly behind my boots like I'm a respectable professional and not a curious animal about to bat at a dangling string. A human near the middle of the line stares at the counter like it owes him money. "Is there a fuel shortage?" I ask, mostly to myself. The nearest human doesn't look up. He just laughs, short and tired, and gestures at the line like it's a weather pattern. "No," he says, "there's a me shortage." The line shuffles forward 2 steps. The station permits it, barely. At the counter, 2 humans and a machine arm work like a coordinated rescue crew. The machine arm pulls a lever. A human taps an order screen. Another slides a cup across the counter with the seriousness of a priest delivering communion. A woman takes her drink with both hands. She stares into it for a beat, like she's checking to make sure the universe still makes sense. Then she sips. Her posture changes. Not dramatically, just subtle. Shoulders drop. Eyes focus. Face remembers how to be a face. She turns to leave and nearly collides with a coworker. "Oh, sorry, did you get yours yet?" she asks. "I haven't been alive since Tuesday," the coworker replies. They both laugh, and it's the kind of laugh humans use to keep from admitting anything. Above the kiosk, a digital sign cycles warnings. "Please do not yell. At the espresso unit, no trading coffee for favors to the barista is not your therapist." So it is a fuel shortage. Then the line tightens. Not panic. Worse. A rumor. Someone near the front says, "The grinder is acting up." The humans react like a hull breach has been announced politely. One man closes his eyes and whispers, "No, not today." And then, like a miracle wrapped in stainless steel, the machine arm whirs, coughs, and starts again. A collective sigh rolls through Concourse C. I feel it in my fur. This station runs on it. I glance at my schedule. 8 hours left. 8 hours in a corridor that smells like roasted beans and desperation. I still haven't answered the most important question in my assignment. What does it do to them? Decision made. I step into the line. A human behind me gives me a look like I've just volunteered for an experiment. "You sure you want to start with station coffee?" he asks. "I'm trained for cultural integration," I say. He stares at my ears, then my face, then the kiosk, like it's a hazard symbol. "Okay," he says. "Good luck with that." The line moves. 1 step, 2. And somewhere up ahead, the espresso unit hisses like it knows I've made a mistake. The line advances in the way glaciers advance, slow, confident, and fully uninterested in my schedule. Humans around me perform the same ritual while waiting. They check wrist displays. They rub their faces. They stare forward like they're negotiating with reality. A tall man 2 spots ahead cracks his knuckles and says, "If the machine breaks again, I'm going to scream into the void." His friend nods like that's a sensible plan. I tap my tablet and pull up the kiosk's public info. The coffee has a name, Meridian Roast. It also has a disclaimer: consumption may cause elevated heart rate, increased productivity, sudden honesty, and temporary belief in personal potential. That last one doesn't feel legal. The scent gets stronger as we near the counter. Roasted bitterness with a sweet edge, like burnt caramel in trouble. When my turn comes, the barista looks up, and for a second her eyes do that human thing where they widen because something unexpected happened in their universe. Then she smiles like she's been trained to survive surprise. "Hi there," she says. "What can I get you?" I glance up at the menu. It's full of words that don't translate cleanly. Americano, latte, cold brew, Triple shot, quad, red eye. One of those sounds like a medical diagnosis. Another sounds like a threat. I pause, trying to make a responsible choice. The most normal one. The barista's smile turns into something sympathetic. Honey, she says, nobody's ordering normal right now. A human behind me leans in, speaking like he's giving advice before a cliff jump. Start small, he says. Station coffee hits different. I consider my options again. The menu includes a drink called Void Walker with a tiny skull icon beside it. I do not enjoy how confident that skull looks. Small, I say. Please. The barista nods. The machine arm swings into motion. A paper cup drops. Liquid pours in with a hiss that sounds like a secret being told. The aroma rises, warm and sharp, and my ears tilt forward without permission. She slides the cup toward me and adds a lid with the care of someone sealing hazardous material. First time? She asks. I nod. She taps the counter twice and points at a tiny station-approved label on the lid. Caution, hot. Also, you have plans now. I stare at it. I look up. The barista gives me a small shrug that says, this is someone else's problem. I take the cup. It's warm through the sleeve, comforting in a way that feels suspicious. I bring it closer, sniff once, and the steam hits my nose and my brain lights up like I just opened a door to a room full of bright ideas. A human walking past catches the scent, pauses mid-step, and turns his head like a predator sensing prey. He sees the cup in my hands. His gaze softens, almost reverent. Congrats, he says. You're one of us now. I take a sip. It's bitter, then sweet, then bitter again, like it's changing its mind to stay interesting. The heat spreads down my throat into my chest. For a heartbeat, nothing happens. Then my thoughts tighten. Not faster, clearer. The world sharpens at the edges. The hum of the concourse becomes a rhythm instead of noise. My tail flicks once, and I realize I'm standing straighter. I swallow again. My ears angle up. My eyes widened. Oh, I whisper. Oh, that's what they mean. A human near the pickup shelf stares at his own cup like it's betrayed him. I can feel it, he says, voice trembling with awe. My emails don't scare me anymore. Someone else mutters, I suddenly think I can fix my life. They both laugh, and it's the kind of laughter you do right before you sprint into a problem headfirst. I take another sip, and the terrifying part is, I understand. I return to the liaison desk with my cup, my tablet, and the sudden urge to reorganize the universe. The break room is 2 corridors away. It's labeled Crew Recovery, which sounds like a place you go after surviving a crash landing. Inside, it's a mix of exhausted humans and those who have recently become coffee-powered. One man sits with his head on the table, arms folded like he's hugging the surface. A woman stands at the counter, shaking a sugar packet with the intensity of a gambler rolling dice. A third human, young, jumpy, watches the microwave spin like it's a live sports event. I walk in, and the conversations pause for a fraction of a second. Not because I'm unusual, the station has dozens of species. Because I'm holding a cup. They notice the cup the way sailors notice a lighthouse. A woman points at it and whispers, she got the roast. The head-on-table man lifts his face just enough to look at me with half-open eyes. Is it good? He asks, voice rough. I hold it up slightly. I believe it altered my personality. He nods as if that's the intended use. 2 humans at the sink are arguing quietly. I'm telling you, it tastes different when you're on shift. No, it tastes the same. You're different. I sit at a small table, take a sip, and watch them like an anthropologist who accidentally got involved in the tribe's sacred beverage ceremony. A human across from me, broad shoulders, grease under his nails, leans forward. So, he says, how's station life treating you? I know this question. It's a human greeting. It's also a trap. They don't actually want a full report. They want a socially acceptable amount of honesty, sprinkled with humor. Coffee has given me honesty. Possibly too much. It is efficient, I say, but your species seems to run on panic wrapped in jokes. He laughs loudly like I've complimented him. That's fair, he says. We're doing our best. A pause. Then his face shifts, subtle, almost embarrassed. Listen, he says, lowering his voice. Don't tell anyone I said this, but... The coffee? It's not even about being awake. I tilt my head. Then what is it about? He taps his cup with one finger. It's permission, he says. It's a moment where you admit you're struggling, and everybody else nods like they're struggling too. A woman nearby overhears and points at him like he said something too real. Hey, she says, we're not doing feelings before noon. He points at the kiosk cup in my hand. It's noon somewhere, he says. The head-on table man raises a finger without lifting his head. It's noon, in my heart, he mumbles. They laugh again. The room loosens. And I realize coffee has become something they share that isn't tied to rank, species, or duty schedule. It's a tiny truce, a fragile one. And every time the grinder acts up, an entire section of the station flinches. I take another sip. My tail curls around the chair leg like I'm anchoring myself. If this cup is permission, then humans have invented a beverage that doubles as a support group. Of course they did. Back on Concourse C, I watched the line rebuild itself like it was never defeated. It's slightly shorter now, but only because some humans have moved from desperate to functional. A few walk by with fresh cups and the posture of people who have remembered their own names. Then I see it. A human in a crisp uniform, someone important, maybe security or administration, approaches the kiosk with an expression that says they have authority. They do not have a cup. They stop near the front of the line, glance at the menu, and then do something shocking. They step past the line. The air changes. Not dramatically, not like alarms blaring, just a tightening, as if the station itself is watching. I see shoulders stiffen, eyes track. A murmur rolls through the waiting humans, low and dangerous. Did he? No way! He's not! I watch the would-be line cutter look around, confused at the sudden attention. He raises his hands a little. Hey, listen, I'm on duty. I don't have time for... A woman near the front speaks without turning her head, voice calm as vacuum. We're all on duty. The line cutter blinks, trying to reboot his confidence. I'm just gonna order quick. A man behind him takes a sip from his own cup, then says, gently, almost kindly, "Friend." The line cutter looks at him. The man gestures at the queue with his cup, like it's a sacred monument. You don't skip the line, he says. This line is older than your badge. A couple of people chuckle. Not enough to make it safe. The line cutter clears his throat, attempting diplomacy. I'll pay extra. I can. The barista leans forward over the counter, voice bright, smile sharp. I can't accept bribes, she says. Also, I don't want to die today. The machine arm pauses mid-motion like it's listening. The line cutter exhales. For a second, it looks like he might double down. Then he spots something, a small sign taped to the counter. Coffee is equal, line is law. His shoulders sag. He steps back, shuffles to the end of the line, and blends in like a defeated animal returning to the herd. A collective release moves through the humans waiting. Tiny smiles, relaxed necks, the sense that balance has been restored. I log it quickly, because I don't want to forget. Humans will tolerate a lot. Noise, crowds, bad sleep, dangerous work. But if you threaten the coffee line, they become a civilization. I take a sip and stare at the kiosk. This isn't fuel. It's an institution. Later in the cycle, I'm called to assist an argument near the kiosk. It's not loud. Humans rarely start loud. They escalate with politeness until the politeness breaks. Two humans stand near the pickup shelf, both holding cups. One looks furious. The other looks guilty. I asked for decaf, the furious one says. Decaf. The guilty one, new barista maybe, nods rapidly. I heard decaf, she says. I wrote decaf. The furious one gestures at the cup like it's a weapon, angry at the offense. This is not decaf. I can feel my ancestors waking up. The new barista turns to the main barista, panicked. The main barista takes one look, sighs, and says, Okay, who touched the decaf reservoir? A human at the end of the counter raises a hand slowly. I did, he says. It was empty, so I refilled it. With decaf, the barista says. He blinks, offended by the implication. With coffee, he says. The barista stares at him. Decaf is coffee, he insists. Louder now, like volume will change physics. The furious customer makes a sound I can only describe as betrayal. The barista pinches the bridge of her nose. "Sir," she says, "decaf is coffee that has been politely disarmed." He frowns. "So it's still coffee," she points at the furious customer. "Tell that to his pulse." I step forward carefully. "I can mediate," I offer. They all look at me like I've volunteered to defuse a bomb. I raise my tablet. "Explain decaf to me as if I am a human interrupts. As if you're a person who still has joy," he says. I nod. "Yes." The main barista exhales and begins her explanation with the patience of someone describing gravity. "Some humans want the taste," she says, "without the rocket fuel." The furious customer shakes his cup. "This is rocket fuel," he says. "This is the kind of fuel you use to regret texts." The refill man looks confused. "Why would you even want coffee without caffeine?" The furious customer points at him. "Because I want to sleep tonight," he says. "I have a family." The refill man scoffs. "So do I." "Then why did you do this?" the furious customer demands. The refill man pauses. His expression shifts, subtle, sheepish. "I thought," he admits, "it would be funny." The furious customer closes his eyes. He whispers, like he's speaking to the stars. "Humans," he says, "humans are why we can't have peace." The line behind them laughs, not cruelly, in solidarity, because every human here has suffered at the hands of another human's idea of funny. The barista remakes the drink. The furious customer takes a sip. His shoulders relax. He looks like a man who has returned from war. I write it down. Humans don't just use coffee to wake up. They use it to control themselves. And they are not always successful. Near the end of my shift, Concourse C quiets. Not empty. The station never empties, but it changes tone, like the station lowers its voice. Night shift humans arrive with heavier steps. Their faces look older, not by years, by hours. They head for the kiosk with the calm determination of people going to pick up a tool they'll need to survive. The line reforms, smaller, denser. No chatter, just the soft hiss of the machine and the occasional cough. I stand near my liaison desk with my cup, now cold, and I watch them. A woman in a maintenance jumpsuit reaches the counter, takes her drink and holds it for a second without sipping. She stares at the lid like it contains a message. Then she smiles, barely. She drinks. Her eyes sharpen, her jaw sets, and she turns back toward the maintenance tunnels like a warrior returning to the front. A younger man behind her watches and exhales slowly. He whispers, not to anyone in particular, okay, I can do this." His hands shake a little as he pays. The barista slides his cup over with a gentleness that feels practiced. He takes it. He holds it to his face like he's warming his hands at a fire. Then he drinks. A breath leaves him. Not relief, resolve. I realize something then, watching the coffee line in the quieter hours. The day shift treats coffee like a joke. The night shift treats it like a promise. They don't admit it out loud because humans love pretending they're fine. But the coffee line is where they tell the truth with their bodies. The tired ones linger near the kiosk a few seconds longer, letting the warmth sit in their hands. The stressed ones drink fast, like speed will keep the dark away. The steady ones sip slow, eyes forward, already planning the next task. I take one last sip from my cold cup and grimace. I shouldn't drink it like this. It tastes like regret and paper. Still, the memory of the warmth remains. The main barista catches my eye from behind the counter. She nods once, like we've both seen something important. As I log the final entry for my shift, I write a note I never expected to write. Humans built a station in space. They filled it with species, systems, rules. And then they built a small ritual at a kiosk because rituals are how they keep their courage from leaking out. The machine arm hisses. A cup slides across the counter. A human takes it with both hands. And for a moment, brief, fragile, real, everything holds together. I step away from Concourse C with the smell of coffee still in my fur. And I understand why nobody admits it. If they admit it, they have to admit what it's doing for them. And humans would rather float through vacuum than say, I needed that.